It's that time of the year, everybody's mowing the grass. It's been happening all day and I need to get this film, so we're just gonna roll with it. I used to think that you needed to have a lot of clothes to have a sense of style, and 5 years ago I decided to do my style do-over and quickly realized that it was quite the opposite. In today's video, I want to share with you 5 tips on how to level up your style with $0, at least for now. I didn't know how I went through life without doing any decluttering up until 5 years ago. In my defense, I wasn't doing a whole lot of shopping growing up. I grew up very limited. I remember my mom or my parents were only able to give me a couple outfits every Christmas, and that will last me throughout the year. After that, college life. I was working full time to be able to pay and put myself through college. And after college, it was not much different. I was still struggling. Then I met my now ex-partner and we're able to share the bills. And because of that, I got some financial freedom. Even then, I had no idea what I was doing. I just added things to my cart based on the price, whatever was cheapest, and if it was my size, I was getting it. I wasn't really being intentional about building a sustainable wardrobe. So when 2020 came, you know what happened? I got sent home from work. My work was in my office or my home, and I just needed an outlet, something that was in the creative side for me to do outside of work, because we weren't able to do much outside of home. And so I got into fashion and style, and when I realized how much clothes I had then, I had 3 closets. I had the closet that I shared with my ex-partner, a whole other room, the guest room. The whole closet was full of my clothes, and then my office had also a closet that had some of my clothes. I had clothes everywhere, clothes that I wasn't wearing anymore because I never again did any decluttering. I pulled everything out of all 3 closets, and I wasn't following anybody in particular or any style guide. I was just so overwhelmed looking at all these clothes and trying to put some cute outfits together because I was trying to get into discovering my style. And I was just overwhelmed that I think I got 7 full trash bag of clothing. I donated what was donatable, and I'll do decluttering every 6 months or so. It's not always a giant pile of clothes or things that I'm decluttering because I now know my style. I know what suits me, what I like. So making less mistakes, still making these days, but it's far less than before, especially when I started to discover what I like and learned fabrics and coloring, all those things. It has to happen. You have to declutter your clothes. Life changes, you change. We're not meant to be the same person at the same pace or in the same lifestyle. We don't like things that we used to like before. With that, our clothes need to adapt to us, and I know it's not always feasible to just change your entire wardrobe, but just knowing what you like first and what works for you, it's already a big deal. With the amount of clothes that I have, then anybody can just look at it and be like, yeah, I want to wear this in less than 3 minutes. And now with the clothes that I have, I can wake up. I like to prepare my outfit the night before, but when I don't, I can wake up, look at my clothes, and easily pick up an outfit because first of all, I don't have a lot to choose from. I don't want to say I'm a minimalist, and I don't think I have a minimalist wardrobe, but I do have much fewer clothes than the average person, and my clothes are all cohesive, have a color palette, and they all fit me. If it doesn't fit me and it hasn't fit me in the past 6 months, it's not staying in my wardrobe. I'm not saying I'm decluttering right away because again, we fluctuate, we change, and I go back and forth between sizes, but it's gonna be out of my closet for the next 3 months until and if I ever get back to the shape. I don't like to assign a specific number to the amount of clothes that you should have in your wardrobe. I think everybody has a different lifestyle, and it depends what you like to wear and how to wear it and how often you do laundry. I'm a big believer of not washing clothes if you don't sweat in them, especially my denim. If I'm not sweating in them, they're not washed until I get stain on them and or sweat. So it can go months without me washing my denims, even if I'm wearing it, if I'm not sweating. My clothes that are in my wardrobe reflect my lifestyle, and I just like to keep it that way. I don't want to wake up in the morning and the first thing having to decide what to wear, and for it to be this big and taunting thing. You don't have to automatically discard something because it doesn't fit you or your lifestyle. You can put it aside in a bag, in a basket, and then revisit it in a few months, especially if the reason why you're not wearing this piece is because they don't fit you. I just don't want to have to look at things that are not making me feel my best. And so for that reason, I do constant decluttering because I want to make sure that every morning when I wake up, the clothes that are in my wardrobe are the clothes that make me feel my best. Decluttering doesn't have to be this taunting thing. You can make it so much fun. I usually play a movie, a podcast, a YouTube video. I know that you can go to your closet. If you haven't done decluttering in a while, you can go to your closet right now and find 5 things that you know that you just need to put aside because they no longer fit you or your style, and you just need to go. Organize your closet in a way that makes sense for you. I like to color coordinate, but that doesn't necessarily work for everybody. I have my work clothes and then I have my outside of work clothes. I do blend them here and there. For the most part, I have my wardrobe for work that is more preppy, and then outside of work is more casual. And so I do have it separately a little bit, and at the same time I have it color coordinated. And so that's what works for me, because when I go to my wardrobe, I look to the left and that's where I pick my outfit to get dressed if I don't plan it the night before. But when I'm not at work, I ignore that whole session, which is very small, but it's still a session. And then, excuse me, and then I look on the right of my closet. I have one small closet and I have to make it work, and so that's what works for me. Organize your clothes in a way that makes sense. Don't hide the things that you need to wear on a daily basis, because if you hide it, you're either gonna forget that you hate it, or you're gonna not want to wear those pieces, because every time you have to go get them, you have to go and pull them out of whatever you put in. If things that you wear on a daily basis are visible or in a place where you just go there and get them, it's gonna make it easier for you to want to get dressed in the morning. You're trying to avoid making that experience of getting dressed in the morning tempting. I don't want to say that I'm not a morning person, because I'm up by 5:36 regardless of the day, but I don't want my day to start having to make big decisions in or something that I'm not looking forward to. I want my mornings to be nice and easy. I was watching this video on YouTube and this girl was saying how Pinterest is not as inclusive when you go for ideas, especially for outfits. You tend to see the same body type and or posing, which is different when you're wearing your clothes in real life. You're not posing the whole time, so the outfits don't look the same, and or these people have access to resources that we don't have, and or maybe they're renting those clothes and giving it back, or maybe they're shooting a photo shoot, and or the background of the pictures may be what making this picture look better. A white tee and a pair of jeans may look very different to somebody else that is at a nice aesthetic pleasing location versus us wearing at home and or to the grocery store. And so taking all that into consideration, I do still like to utilize Pinterest in a different way. Sometimes it's just look at something and you don't think in all the different ways you can style it. And so when you go to Pinterest and you type how to style a black pair of denim, I don't look at Pinterest as an inspiration for what to get in my wardrobe. I look at it as how can I style what I already have in my wardrobe. Now that we've done that, now it's time to create a wish list. I'm a big believer of a wish list. I've been doing it for a long time, ever since I started my style do over 5 years ago. It's helped to delay gratification. I am only human, and I too see something and I'm like, I want to get it right on the spot. And I have done that before a few times, but for the most part, I never regret waiting. If the piece is no longer available, if it's like a unique piece, it's gone the next day, then it wasn't meant to be. And I really do believe that, because I don't think you're meant to see something and get it right away. I think there's beauty on waiting. That not only goes for physical things. I never regret waiting, and every time I do, for a moment I'm like, oh, I should have gotten it, then something better comes along. Wish lists also help because it helps you prioritize if you're on a budget. I like to just get the things that I really want, that I really think is gonna make a difference in my wardrobe, and at the same time it's gonna go with everything. It's just gonna complement it, instead of me thinking I got this new piece and now I have to learn how to style it and get all the pieces to go with it. Writing it down and waiting even 24 hours can make a big difference. Now it's time to apply. If you're here watching this video, I'm thinking you are into style like me. Even then, I sometimes don't have the energy to put an outfit together. So I like to play around with my closet. Now that you have this curated set of clothes in your closet, take the time. They can be just like a late Sunday morning, you're home, clean up, you have an extra 30 minutes to an hour. Just put your clothes on and see what works for you, what combinations you can find based on those Pinterest research that you did, and actually put it on. Because again, a lot of times what you see on a picture does not reflect on what you have, not because it's on the same pieces, not because you don't have the same body, but a lot of other factors that I previously mentioned. Try it on, play around with it. It's doing all the work ahead of time, so that when the time comes, the day comes, in an outfit, you already have those outfits put together in your head because you tried on, and it'll be easy to just pick up your pieces, put it together, and go. And that is everything I have for you today. I hope that you found this video helpful and or at least entertaining. If if you did, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't. It is the best way to support my small channel and no extra cost to you. And I'll see you very soon in a very exciting video that I have coming up. Bye!